It's the My 4 High School Basketball Game of the Week.
It is a Colonial Council matchup tonight in high school girls basketball from Riverview Center here in Mechanicville. Academy of the Holy Names on the road to take on the Crusaders of Catholic Central. Hi again, everybody. Roger Weiland with you on My 4, our fourth televised game out of 8 this season, and our first televised game of high school girls basketball. And appropriately enough, we have my broadcast partner tonight, a familiar name and face to the Capital Region, Megan Herder from the University at Albany, played at Shenandoah. We know the whole Herder family story. And, Meg, you looking forward to analyzing a game tonight for the first time?
I am. I'm looking forward to it.
What kind of matchup do you think we have here tonight?
I think it'll be two teams that look to play very different. Holy Names will look to slow the pace down, control the tempo, dictate, and have their offense be how they get open shots, whereas Catholic High will look to speed them up, get points off turnovers, have their pressuring defense get out, and just on offense they'll want to space the floor and have everyone be involved.
All right, let's take a look at the resumes of both teams, and let's start with the visitors. Academy of the Holy Names, they come in with a 10-2 record. They're 7-1 in the Colonial Council, averaging about 58.7 a game, and their scoring, a lot of it, will come on the inside with Maggie Volmer tonight.
Yeah, Maggie's a great player for them. She plays inside out. She's a huge post presence. She averages a double-double every night, but she also is a huge hustle player. She gets her teammates involved, and their offense runs through her.
Yeah, number 55 will be a presence tonight and have to be if they're going to win this game. And let's talk about Catholic Central. They bring everybody back from a year ago. They are the defending Class A state champions. They have yet to lose a game in the conference, and they are led by El Dior Gobert.
El Dior is a very special player. She plays super quick, gets out in transition, but she also finds her teammates that are open. And honestly, Catholic High just plays a team brand of basketball where everyone gets involved in the offense.
All right, let's take, I know you talked about your keys to this game, but let's have another look at those keys. And I want to bring up one more stat, and that is turnovers in this game, Egg, as we look at tempo here. And when you have tempo, you create turnovers, and I know that's what Catholic Central wants to do a lot of tonight.
Yeah, Catholic High will look to have their pressuring defense, get points off turnovers, and definitely just have an inside-out game. Holy Names will look to have composure with that defense and just slow down the tempo and be able to run their offense.
All right, are you ready to roll?
I am.
Here we go. When we come back, we'll have the play-by-play coming up on WNYA I-4. Let's go inside Riverside Center here in Mechanicville as the crowd filing in for this one tonight. It's the home of Catholic Central, both the boys and the girls. We were here last week for the boys matchup against LaSalle in what turned out to be a 67-62 game. Roger Weiland along with Megan Herder, and we're set to go. Maggie Volmer from Holy Names. There's the starting lineup. Savoca, Brewer, Bellinger, Murray, and Balmer. The starting five for Holy Names. And for the Crusaders of Catholic Central, on their home court, they will start Rodriguez, Dober, Turpin, Foglia, and Gaddy. And we are set to go. High school basketball game of the week on WNYA My 4. And Volmer jumping center against Kari Gaddy. Gaddy, a 6-foot junior. Maggie, a sophomore. And both teams are going to get after it early here. The emotions running pretty high. A rivalry game in the Colonial Council. You've been in those games, right, where the emotion at the beginning, Meg,
yeah.
is
all the tension, all the nervous jitters are out in the first few minutes.
Probably takes a good 5 minutes, would you say, for teams to kind of settle in?
Yeah, exactly.
It's Gianna Savoca, the point guard, number 2. And there's an early turnover. And Gaddy straight to the rim and fouled by Lauren Murray.
That's exactly what Catholic High is looking to do. Push the ball in transition off turnovers, and getting Holy Names in foul trouble is definitely a bonus for them.
And Steve Giglio knows that his team cannot have a ton of turnovers tonight. And the first points of the game go to Catholic Central as Gaddy makes it a 2-0 lead. Man-to-man defense here, Meg, by the Crusaders.
See what set they run first. Definitely looking to get, Maggie open on the inside.
Romer tries to save it from going out of bounds and does. It'll be Holy Names basketball here. There's Coach Tabacco. And in the last 4 years, she's 68-11. That's a pretty good record.
Another turnover. Catholic High is just pushing in transition.
And that's Turpin, who will get to the foul line here to shoot 2. Navi Turpin, 5'8" senior, coming off a 21-point performance against Albany Academy here earlier this week. And without question, Navi, one of their top players. They really had their way against Academy here on, was it Tuesday night? Ended up winning by 20, a really impressive showing. Albany Academy is really good.
Yeah, especially they beat Holy Names earlier this month, too.
Well, they are the defending Class A state champs. They've got everybody back from a year ago. Now they'll step up. They'll go from A. They're in Double A this year, so they're no longer Class A. They're Class Double A. Changes things up a little bit, but Coach Tabacco high on her team, no doubt about that.
Yes. They play a really good style. They have 5 players that are involved in the offense. Everyone's looking to get each other open, and definitely just pushing in transition is their best part of their offense.
Nice job by Savoca dribbling through traffic against the press. But they're going to have to do that all game. Savoca double teamed. Shot clock's at 10. Lobbing it inside to Volmer, and it goes off of Maggie's hands and out of bounds and back over to Catholic Central.
Gaddy's doing a great job on Volmer early on, especially in that blitz off that ball screen, taking away the roll.
Foglia with the miss. Savoca gets the rebound, and they'll push in transition right up inside Volmer. Misses, gets her own rebound, and still does not drop. And Turpin out with it, up ahead. Dober, and she is fouled. And will shoot 2, the foul on Emily Bellinger. And 2 shots coming up from El Dior Dober, a 5'6" sophomore averaging 17 points per game. Gobert, our #1 pick this year on our News Channel 13 Rensselaer Honda High School Girls All-Star Basketball Team.
It's impressive how El Dior is their first person in the press, pressuring the ball, and then continues to run the floor really hard just to get herself and her teammates open looks.
Catholic Central got 2 looks there, and then Gobert another one. And they all came up a little bit short, but Holy Names still looking for their first bucket of the game here in this first quarter. And they throw it down low again to Vollmer, and this time they're going to call what? Maybe a foul on Gaddy, but that's not the call.
A jump ball, maybe.
Yeah, they did call a jump ball. Possession arrow goes to the Crusaders. And Meg, what are we looking at here? A little zone press? Yeah.
Just trying to take away any point where they could just run by them. Taking away the middle of the press.
Gobert's 3 is off the mark. Rebound to Catholic Central, and the bucket on the inside by Mia Rodriguez, the 5'8" junior. And it's a 6-0 start here by the Crusaders on their home court.
Woo!
Brewer for 3. Tracking down the rebound is Murray.
Holy Names has to take advantage of them doubling the ball screens. Girls have to move without the ball and just getting into the open lanes.
We're getting some offensive rebounds here and getting some extra cracks at it. Good looking shot at a 3 ball there. That doesn't go.
Seems to be a lid on the rim.
For Holy Names so far, you bet. And a foul on Holy Names. But Lizzie Blanche had a good look at the 3. But a 6-0 start here, and Catholic Central with the ball. And Gobert. Foglia can shoot it out on the left wing. They drop it inside. Gaddy, and she's fouled. Fouled by Vollmer. It'll be 2 shots for Kari Gaddy. Averages 11 points per game. She is another one, was in double figures against Academy here on Tuesday night, was 17.
That was very good recognition by Foglia, noticing that there was a mismatch down low, and Gaddy just going up strong and creating the foul.
You've seen a lot of games. Are teams now, even if you have a couple of good bigs, are you posting them up, or are you just running motion?
I think you have to post them up. You got to get the ball moving inside out, just get the defense to collapse. But if you have bigs who could run the floor, definitely just pushing out in motion, trying to create off lanes, off cuts.
Well, you're an AAU coach, right?
Yes. That's what I'm going to be trying to do this spring.
No, I'm old school. If I've got somebody that I think can take control of the inside, I'm in the half court. I'm overloading one side. I'm throwing it in low.
Yeah. It's good to have. I would do that too, but it's also good to have a little balance.
Savoca's shot was down and out.
They're getting very good looks. Just can't seem to put the ball in the basket early on.
Foglia buries a 3.
Forces the early timeout.
Yeah, then the timeout by Steve Giglio, and an 11-0 run to start here in this first quarter. And just the start you wanted if you're Catholic Central, not the start you wanted if you're Holy Names. And that's Turpin, feeds into the corner, and that's what Chris can do. Foglia, a very good outside shooter, a 5'9" senior.
Yeah,
As you look at Coach DeBacco talking to her team, these two programs, I should say, know each other pretty well over the years. In fact, Catholic Central's won the last 7. But in terms of the series, Holy Names leads 12-10. And last year it was 62-48 Catholic Central. Now, last time Holy Names won against Catholic Central was 2020 when it was 54-41. Out of the timeout, facing the press, down 11-0 to start the game. That's Morgan Brewer bringing it across midcourt. Talked to her this week, Meg, and she's been accepted to the Naval Academy and talking about walking on to the basketball team.
She'll be with a fellow Section 2 athlete with Marin Loretis there.
Yeah, and Loretis has done extremely well.
Yeah.
Former News Channel 13 All-Star. Savoca with the miss. Turpin up ahead. Gaddy can't get it to go on the finish. And out with it comes Lizzie Blanche.
Here we go. Holy Name is definitely just looking to try to slow down the tempo. Good rebound.
And Vollmer lost control, and it's going to go out of bounds off Savoca. And Catholic Central gets it back.
Gaddy is definitely making Vollmer work for her shots and open looks.
Mia Rodriguez to Foglia. Man-to-man defense by Holy Names. Shot clock at 10, and Dobert, 10-footer off the mark. Gaddy, strong for the rebound, and we're going to jump ball. Jump ball with Murray. And the possession arrow favors Holy Names. 3 minutes to go here in this opening quarter on WNYA My 4, our game of the week. Next week we'll be back in the boys' side up to Saratoga. Shaker at Saratoga next Friday night. And Savoca gets called for the travel.
Definitely just a miscommunication there. We had two girls cutting on top of each other.
Gaddy hands it off. Foglia short on the jumper.
Holy Name's doing a good job of limiting Catholic High to one shot.
And that's Julia Beglucci, who was checked in for Holy Names. And as soon as they throw it inside to Vollmer, she's got a lot of traffic around her. And Audra DeBacco is using a 30-second timeout here. I mean, clearly the scouting report for Catholic Central is we've got to make sure that Vollmer doesn't get good looks on the inside. So as soon as that ball goes on the post, there's a double team.
Yeah, especially from the help side, backside. We have Gaddy posting her up or guarding the post up, and then her teammates are rotating to help if that high-low pass is there.
Are you a man-to-man coach? Is your philosophy, let's play man-to-man?
Yes, unless that doesn't work, then fall back to zone. But definitely just play straight up. It's easier. Zone is a lot harder to guard, in my opinion.
I'll tell you what, your UAlbany women's basketball team, you can play some defense.
Yes.
You guys are really good at the defensive side.
Number one philosophy if you want to be UAlbany women's basketball player. You got to be able to defend.
Good defense here by Catholic Central. Jump ball, and the possession arrow this time goes over to the Crusaders. Meg, they're double teaming all over the place here.
Yeah, especially on ball screens. They're sending two girls at the ball just to try to get them out of their offense, and Holy Names has to recognize that and just move without the ball and help out the person who's guarding the ball, who is Gianna Savoca.
Gobert to Gaddy up top. Foglia for three, no good. Turpin gets the rebound right to the rim. That doesn't go. Gaddy has it. She goes up strong. I don't think they'll count the bucket. Wave the bucket off, and they call a travel?
A jump ball.
Jump ball again? Okay.
Lauren Murray has done a very good job defensively down low. She's a lot tougher than you might think just with her size. She's been guarding their posts down low and not allowing them to get deep positioning.
Holy Name's playing tough. They just can't get anything going offensively. Now they turn it over. And here's Dobert.
Good job with the going off 2 feet.
Gaddy with the putback. And it's now 13-0 to start the game, and another turnover. Rodriguez in the lane with the miss.
And another jump ball. I think we're going to have a lot of those tonight.
We've had a lot so far, Meg. Viglucci with the tie up there. It'll be Catholic Central ball as Brewer comes back in the game. Gobert for three, off the mark. Turpin goes strong for the rebound. Puts it back up once and twice and is fouled by Maggie Vollmer. And Turpin and Vollmer getting after it a little bit there.
Turpin is very impressive. She's a hustle player. She's relentless on the boards, and she just is always going up strong.
And Turpin's foul shot extends to a 14-0 start by a team that is undefeated in the Colonial Council.
There Laura Murray is.
But Glucci gets it across. But again, that pressure defense by Catholic Central is impressive. Savoca with the drive on the baseline, no good. And pushing in transition up to Foglia. Back to Dobert. Rodriguez with a runner with the left hand. Misses. Turpin the rebound.
Good pass.
Gaddy 15-footer. It's good. And a 16-0 start here. And only 40 seconds remaining in the opening quarter. Leglucci to Vollmer to Brewer for three. That's in and out. Boy, they've had good looks. They're just not falling.
Yeah.
And in transition, a foul on Savoca on El Dior Dobert. And two more shots coming for Dobert here with 25 seconds to go.
I like that offensive possession better for Holy Names than what they've shown. If I were them, I would stay away from the ball screen just because they're sending two and just try to beat your defender one-on-one. But they moved the ball. They went inside out, and they got a really good look.
And Dobert has the first. Hard to believe she's only a sophomore.
Yeah, this is her fourth year on varsity.
She's
Very impressive.
She's an experienced sophomore,
Yes.
Meg.
Two of the players of the games are both sophomores. Maggie Vollmer for Holy Names, too.
Things just not going right for Holy Names, but give the Crusaders defense a lot of credit for that.
They're still getting good looks. Just got to capitalize.
Final 6 seconds here of the first quarter. And a nice cut inside to Turpin, and she scores. And that will end the opening quarter of play here at the Riverside Center in Mechanicville. And the first quarter belongs to Catholic Central. They've got a 19-0 lead. We'll come back with quarter number 2 on our Game of the Week on WNYA My 4. That is some good mac and cheese right there. I think Skylar from WNYT had a little of that mac and cheese. One of my co-workers at WNYT had that prior to the game. We're underway here for the second quarter. Meg, if you were Steve Giglio, the head coach, what are you saying in that first quarter time out here?
Just to honestly have composure. Their defense is a run and gun defense. They're taking a lot of good shots, but just, finishing, like, again, another really good shot, just can't seem to knock it down.
It's unbelievable.
Getting back on defense, trying not to foul.
I mean, Brewer had a really good look there, and it went down and out, and at the other end, Dobert buries a three, and it's now 22-0.
Mm-hmm. Also just shooting with confidence. Also, like, haven't been making a lot of shots, but continue to get good looks, take the shot with confidence, go up strong. But honestly, I try to get to the foul line to get my scoring going. Just try to get Catholic High in foul trouble.
Turpin cleans up the miss. Navi, the senior at 5'8", with a good start to this game, and it's now 24-0, and Coach Giglio uses a timeout here. Let's talk about some of the players from Section 2 that are having outstanding seasons and weeks so far. You look at Bailey Brisky from Cooksaki, 60 points in their 2 wins this past week. Brooke Kuzmich, the outstanding guard from Greenwich, 31 points, 8 assists in their win. And Trinell Faison from LaSalle, very good player, 64 points in 2 league wins, and he was good here last Friday night in their 67-62 win over Catholic Central. Out of the call timeout by Coach Giglio. Let's see if this Holy Names team can buy a bucket here. They're running good sets offensively, good ball movement, and they've had some pretty good looks.
Good pass.
Savoca, no.
In and out.
And Gaddy and Volmer with the jump ball off the rebound. And the possession arrow to the Crusaders here. Just underway in the second quarter.
I like that last offensive possession. There's a lot of ball movement, player movement, people moving side to side. It got the Crusaders defense to, move and not just stand still.
Kelsey Campbell, a 5'8" junior, number 4, has checked in for Catholic Central as Dobert. She's got the range tonight. Another 3 for El Dior Dobert, and it's now 27-0. Volmer,
good ball
inside
movement.
Out, and Savoca off the back of the iron, no good. Maggie Volmer the rebound, no good on the putback. Turpin will dribble it out and push. Little Euro step in the lane. Shot doesn't go. Scramble for the rebound. Maggie Volmer comes up with it and gets it to Savoca. And a one-handed pass up to Brewer, and there's the first bucket of the game for Holy Names. And it goes to Morgan Brewer.
She did a really good job of running the floor hard. And Gianna just good pass, finding her right in her hands, going up strong.
Foul by Turpin, and Brewer is at the line trying to complete the 3-point play, and she does. 5'8" senior. She had a 14-point game against Ichabod Crane earlier, and it's now 27-3. And now for Catholic Central, Meg, or for Holy Names, Meg, they need stops to try to get back into this game.
Catholic Central just does a really good job of using everyone on their team within the offense. Another great look for Foglia. Pure shooter, great footwork. But that ball just moved side to side. They made the defense work. They passed it to the open person.
And another turnover, and Turpin with the layup at the other end. Savoca bounce pass into Volmer. She gets it right back and scores. Nice play by Lauren Murray on the rebound, and then a steal and a foul. And that will get Lizzie Blanche to the line to shoot 2.
Hopefully Holy Names can play off this momentum that they just gathered. Lauren Murray, great rebound, find to Maggie Vollmer, and now Lizzie Blanche just getting the steal in transition and going up strong and creating the foul.
And number 10 is Julia Baglucci, 10th grader. And Maggie Vollmer comes out of the lineup. And Blanche at the line with one more.
Holy Names is going to need to dig in on defense. They're a lot smaller now without Vollmer in. Definitely going to need to play team defense.
Gobert dribbling through defenders and then is fouled by Morgan Brewer.
Super impressive player. She can just get by anyone. Creates a foul for herself, but she also just gets her teammates involved too. And they also know how to move without the ball.
El Dior Dobert will shoot two here, and a big start for Catholic Center on their home court tonight. Again, they had a very impressive 20-point win over Albany Academy here on Tuesday night. They'll go on the road to New York to play a couple of teams this weekend. Off the miss, Gaddy controls the rebound. Kari Gaddy with an inside bucket off the missed foul shot. Your Holy Names, just got to run your sets, run your offense, try to get good looks, and just compete, right? That's the thing. If I'm coach, I mean, we just now, we're down 35-6, but now we just got to continue to compete. And turning it over is not the formula against Catholic Central. They make you pay every time.
I think for Holy Names, too, that last possession, they never once got inside the three-point line. Catholic High is doing a really good job of just having their defense just pressure out, make them uncomfortable. The ball handler definitely has to do a lot of work. But Holy Names definitely just has to get inside the three-point line, try to get paint touches, try to work the ball side to side, inside out.
Foul is on Gaddy. It's only the third team foul on Catholic Central. Holy Names has just one. Savoca will try it again. Bounce pass gets kicked out by Lauren Murray. Murray try to bounce pass, try to feed it low to Blanche.
Good job getting back on defense.
And that is a three-point shot, no good. That was taken by Kelsey Campbell. Savoca's pass knocked away. And here comes Catholic Central again off a turnover.
Coach DeBacco said before the game how many tip balls and deflections Turpin gets, but she honestly has had a hand on every single defensive deflection I think that the Crusaders has had. And another Foglia three.
They have between El Dior Dobert and Foglia, they're not missing outside shots.
Not at all. Look at Dior just up, pressuring right at half court, staying with the ball, forcing her into the corner, taking them completely out of their offense.
Up ahead, Turpin missed that one, but gets her own rebound and right back to the rim, attacking the glass and scores.
I swear the hardest shot is a wide open layup. You always seem to miss the wide open layups, but she did a good job of following her miss and going up strong.
How's your season, by the way? You've been fighting the injuries, and right? You're battling out there, grinding through, aren't you?
Plugging along, senior right here. So definitely just doing whatever I can with whatever my body gives me. Definitely just felt the college level.
You've had a lot of basketball.
Yes,
you've had a lot of basketball.
I think it's finally taken toll.
That was a bucket scored by Blanche for Academy of Holy Names with 2 minutes to go in this opening half. Megan Paul with the miss, but the rebound and the drive, and Turpin, Navi scores again.
She's definitely a very dynamic player for the Crusaders. She can play inside out. She can guard posts. She can guard guards. Really good at running in transition, just using her length. Yet again, another deflection for her.
And Savoca just happened to handle one double team after another. Dobert and Turpin double teaming the ball on that possession. Brewer gets it into Emily Bellinger, number 24, a senior, handling the ball, and now to Savoca.
Good positioning.
Turpin with the foul, and it will send Vollmer to the line, shooting 2 shots. She's had 4 20-point games this season, Maggie Vollmer.
She definitely can put the ball in the basket. I like that last look, but definitely just as she continues to transition her game, definitely a power dribble into to go through the defense and hopefully get a better angle to get an and one.
Vollmer's got the first. She'll have one more. Sometimes you make a couple of foul shots and that kind of gets you in the flow maybe offensively. Are you a believer in that?
I always.
If you're struggling and you get to the line and make a couple of foul shots?
A huge believer in that. I think that myself. I also just let my teammates know sometimes if I see the game, like they're not making anything, like how Holy Names can't seem to make a basket, get yourself going from the foul line, see the ball go through the hoop, and then just play off that.
Are you also somebody that if you're struggling in a game that you're just going to keep on shooting? If you get a good look, you're going to let it go?
Yeah, definitely just keep shooting with confidence. Try not to let the misses or the game deter how I approach my shot, how I go into my shot, how I release my shot. But definitely also, like, if I'm missing shots, I'm going to try to do other stuff more, like get my teammates open, rebound more, try to do whatever I can just to also add an effect to the game if my shot is going through the hoop.
It's the 15 foul on Catholic Central, so it will send Viglucci to the line for Academy of the Holy Name, shooting 2 shots. 1 of 2, and Turpin gets the rebound. Minute 15 to go in the second quarter. Dobert hasn't missed many. That one is off the back of the iron, but Turpin, check that.
Good post, good pass.
Weak side rebound by Kelsey Campbell. Got that weak side rebound, number 4. And we have a foul, and it will send Turpin to the line.
Crusaders are just getting whatever they want. Very good extra pass by Turpin down low. Dior going up strong and creating the foul.
Now they do get after it on the boards. They really do. With Turpin certainly a good rebounder. Gaddy a good rebounder.
Rebounds wins games.
And Turpin at the line. 1:03 to go in the second. We'll tell you who our News Channel 13 Rensselaer Honda High School Basketball All-Stars were this week at halftime, and some highlights and some analysis by Megan Herder. Is this your first broadcast, Meg?
It is.
Doing a great job.
I appreciate that.
You may have a future in this one. That's another thing you can consider, right?
Yeah.
How many players go from the court to the broadcasting booth? Plenty.
I feel like a lot. Either that or coaching or reffing. A lot of ways that players can still be involved in the game, and once their eligibility is done.
You got so much basketball in your family, it's not even funny.
I know. It's hard to stay away from the game.
I mean, I covered your father at Siena when I first came to the Capital Region back in the late 80s.
Oh, my God.
So, and he was a really good player, by the way. He was tough.
He tries to instill that in all of us.
They are just double team, making it very difficult on that possession for Holy Names to even get a good look at a shot.
But Holy Names did a good job of, handling the pressure and still trying to find a way to get a look. And now they can set up in the sideline out of bounds play. Turpin does a really good job getting her hand on the ball, forcing another jump ball.
And a possession error to Catholic Central with 20 seconds to go here in this first half. Kelsey Campbell will be inbounding the ball. Into Dobert, and we'll see what the Crusaders do here in the final 15 seconds. what kind of action they run in the half court. They're going to throw it down to Turpin. She goes up strong and scores.
Very strong move. They had a lot of composure in running the set and finding the look that they wanted.
And
Turpin just knocking it down.
Yeah, Turpin really good. I mean, this whole Catholic Central team with a terrific first half. Your early impressions of what you saw here, Meg?
Honestly, I don't know how you can stop one specific player on the Crusaders. They've shown that they can score with anyone on the court. They play team basketball, they make extra passes, they get everyone involved, but the biggest thing is they have their defense create their offense.
And we'll come back with our halftime show. Halftime here, and Catholic Central has the lead on Holy Names. And we are at halftime at Riverview Center in Mechanicville, the home of the Catholic Central boys and girls basketball teams, the DeBacco family, the husband-wife team, and it's Audra DeBacco and her team with a lead on Academy of the Holy Names here at halftime. Hi, everybody. Roger Weiland back with you. I'll be rejoined by Megan Herder here in a few minutes with her analysis on the first half, but want to get you up to date on our News Channel 13 All-Star basketball team. We had our top picks last week, and now we roll into week number 2 of our All-Star basketball squad. And let's start on the boys' side. The News Channel 13 Rensselaer Honda number 2 overall pick goes to Daniel Smalls from Niskayuna, the 6-foot junior guard, averaging 28 points, 7 assists, 5 steals per game for a Silver Warriors team that plans on making a run at defending their Section 2 title from a year ago. Smalls, who last week became Niskayuna's all-time leading scorer with 914 career points, is being recruited by a number of D1 schools, including Siena, Yale, UAlbany, and Drexel.
You know, it just shows that when you work hard, success will come, and it just motivates me to continue to get better throughout the season and off season. Grosso does a great job getting shots for me, getting shots for others. I would definitely say transition's where I thrive. I think as long as I can get steals on defense, turn that into offense, it makes my job very easy. You know, we lost Gavin, who was a crucial part last year to it. We lost a couple guys, but I think I have a similar role as last year. Get buckets, get the ball to some of the best shooters in the section. We have great players like Brady Olsen, get him the ball. So facilitate and get buckets and play defense as well. I think we have a state chip team. I think Brady is one of the best players in the section. I think coming back, you'll see we'll go on a long run right now. Hopefully 17-0 right now on a run.
And congratulations to Smalls. He joins Godbolt on the team. and you'll meet All-Star number 3 on Wednesday night on News Channel 13. All right, let's hop over to the girls' side and congratulate 6'2" junior forward Peyton Hoblock from Shaker High School. Hoblock averaging 12 points, 6 rebounds, 2 steals, and 2 assists per game for the Blue Bison. Hoblock, who has impressed our News Channel 13 All-Star Scouts, has 8 Division I offers already from schools like Dartmouth, Penn, Colgate, Holy Cross, Navy, and Siena, just to mention a few.
It was amazing, all the hard work definitely went noticed. All my coaches, thank you for that. I hope that people think I'm a pretty good player. I usually get my points on the perimeter. That's where I like to be. I'm trying to work on my post game, but I can't get out of the perimeter. I like to bring the ball up a little bit. It's definitely versatility is my big thing. So.
And congratulations to Hoblock. She joins Dobert on the team, and All-Star number 3 will be announced Thursday night this coming week on WNYT News Channel 13. We're at halftime. We'll come back. I'll be rejoined by Megan Herder, and we'll have first-half highlights and analysis from Riverview Center in Mechanicville between Catholic Central and Academy of the Holy Names. And we are back halftime here at Riverside Center in Mechanicville, where Catholic Central has the lead on Academy of the Holy Names. Roger Weiland along with Megan Herder. And Meg, you just have to say for what a first half performance on both sides, offensively and defensively, for the Crusaders of Catholic Central.
Yeah, they're completely controlling the tempo of this game, dictating on defense, running their offense, getting all 5 players involved, and just making shots at the end of the day.
Yeah, they're making shots, and that's how you win games, make shots. We talked about Dobert, and we know how good she is tonight and has been our number 1 pick on our All-Star team. But what have you seen from Navi Turpin in this first half? Navi with 14 points, and I know you have not seen Turpin play yet. What was your impressions of Navi?
Honestly, very impressed. She gets a lot of hands on the ball for deflections, but she just is a hustle player. She has a very high motor. She constantly is going, always looking to push in transition, and she's just relentless on the boards.
Turpin with 14, Dobert 11, Gaddy 10, so 3 in double figures, and Foglia has 9. But Navi certainly had an outstanding first half, and for Holy Names, just trying to get it going, right? I mean, Meg, it seems like they had good looks early and just couldn't get one to drop, and maybe it's a different story in terms of how many points they have here if they were able to knock down some open looks.
Yeah, they were getting a lot of good looks in the first half, just not being able to knock them down. But I think Holy Name's doing a really good job of staying within their offense, continuing to get a lot of good looks, continuing to move the ball side to side. But yeah, just the Crusaders are just pressing on them, and they just have to be able to handle that and be able to move without the ball.
On to the second half we go. We're Roger Wildland, Megan Herder. When we come back, it is the third quarter coming up on WNYA My 4 from Riverside Center here in Mechanicsville on this Friday night. Riverside Center in Mechanical. Some history inside this building, Meg. I was told last week that back in the 70s and in the early 80s, before they moved everything up to Glens Falls, that the boys' championship games were right here in this facility. So
Yeah, my dad texted me that he lost his sophomore year in this building in
really?
sectionals.
Yeah.
So I don't want to say it's old, but definitely has a few years to it.
I did not know that until last week, and I've been here 38 years. First time I heard the story about this building.
Yeah, I've never heard of it until doing this game, if I'm being quite honest.
So they threw that one into Kari Gaddy, and gets called for. Gaddy got called for the foul there going over the back. Well, let's see what Holy Names can do here offensively. You kind of reset, right?
Mm-hmm.
If you're Coach Giglio, I mean, you just flush the first half out and come out and compete and see what you can do.
Yeah, that was a good first look for Brewer. Good extra pass.
Compete, play some defense. I would tell my team right now, don't even worry about the score. It doesn't matter. Let's just reset and go out and play hard.
Yeah, it's 0-0 at half. Fogley does a really good job of creating the contact and be able to finish that shot.
So you can see why this team is the defending Class A state champions from a year ago?
Yes. Especially since they return everyone, like you said.
They do. And I don't know if it's a tougher road in Class AA. I'm not sure. But we'll find out.
Yeah, this will be probably one of the best, if not the best team that Holy Names will have to face this year. Definitely will help prepare them for their league play and sectionals and anything else going forward.
Brewer off the miss. Fogley the rebound, push up to Gobert. And they waste no time. That's why transition defense for Holy Names is very important tonight, because they don't waste any time. Once they get that rebound, they're gone.
Savoca did a really good job of just staying straight up, not having a foul called on her. just letting Dobert get that position, just doing anything she can just to avoid being called for a foul.
Volmer gets the rebound up to Lauren Murray. Her bounce pass is stolen by Gaddy. Right back to Gaddy.
Good give and go pass there. Just couldn't seem to knock it down.
Nice defense by Murray on the inside. And Lauren gets it back to Savoca to Brewer. I enjoyed spending time this week at both teams' practices.
Good job of following this missed shot.
And Lauren Murray got the nice roll that time, and it went in.
I think the first time that happened this night where it rolled around the rim and it actually went in instead of coming out.
Yeah, they're due to catch some breaks on that for sure. Turpin. Rebound Foglia. Good defense by Emily Bellinger there. Once Foglia went up for the shot, she's good position under the boards.
Chloe Ames doing a really good job of just staying straight up, trying to avoid foul calls. So that was the first thing that hurt them in the first quarter was they had a lot of fouls in the first quarter. The second quarter they only limited it to 1.
Bellinger goes out, Meg, and this is Lizzie Blanche handling the ball. Being guarded by Rodriguez. Pressure defense by the Crusaders. And we're going to have a 3-second violation call on Holy Names.
That's something that's tough. About to go into their offense, just someone was caught in the paint.
Turpin, nice block by Volmer, but then right there for the rebound is Fogley, and she scores. Crash in the glass.
I'm looking to see if Holy Names will look to slow down the tempo, walk the ball up almost, not play into the Crusaders' pressuring defense. They're trying to force them to play faster, which is outside their comfort zone.
Not sure if Dobert really wanted to shoot that shot or maybe set up her teammate on that one.
Yeah.
A little indecisive in what she wanted to do exactly on that play. Blanche can shoot it. She is one of their better outside shooters. Brewer with a nice rebound. The cut to Savoca. And back in transition comes Gaddy. And she is fouled.
One thing I like to see from Holy Names is that they're not afraid to, obviously shoot the ball to continue to get good open looks. But it's not like they're allowing the scorer to, make them not want to shoot and not be aggressive.
By the way, a state championship for Catholic Central. It's their first state title in 22 years. They beat Walter Panis 64-62 in that state title game last year.
Wow.
3:46 to go here in the third. In a Colonial Council matchup, and a reminder, a closer look, and there's my colleagues, Rachel Teedy and Steve Cooge. And that newscast, a closer look, comes up right after our game is over on My 4, 9 o'clock news. And I'm a part of that too. I have a small segment in there, closer look, during the week. So it will be Catholic Central ball out of the timeout. Foglia gets it into Dobert for 3. Gaddy rebound, and she scores.
Good job of just following the miss, going up strong.
Yeah, Coach DeBacco told me they'll leave tomorrow morning at 11 a.m. for New York City.
Wow.
And they'll play tomorrow, and I think they play again on Sunday.
Wow.
So back-to-back games this weekend. And I like her philosophy. She's trying to play some teams, get them ready for another run to win a state title.
Yeah, I don't know many high school girls teams that are traveling in January to play opponents out of conference or just even out of the area.
That would be Coach DeBacco.
Yeah. Gets them well prepared.
Sure does. Savoca, Volmer, good passing.
Good inside-out pass.
Yep, and Brewer knocking it down. That's maybe their best sequence of this game, and nice shot by Morgan Brewer.
Yeah, you want the ball to move inside out, definitely get paint touches, and Brewer just spot up and knock that down. See if they can build off that.
Come up with a stop, up ahead. Brewer blocked by Gaddy.
Gaddy just doing a really good job of using her length, especially with her arm. She's a very long wingspan and just not fouling and just blocking that shot.
So Mia Rodriguez came out, and Emma Sagendorf, the 5'9 junior, has just checked in for the Crusaders. A little 3-on-1 action going here, and that was Sagendorf. Delbert somehow gets that rebound and scores.
That just shows how much of a team player she is, though. She gave up an open look for her in transition and made a really good pass to her teammate who just didn't end up knocking down the shot, but she was relentless on the boards and just knocked down the little floater inside the paint.
Turpin right to the rim, and the layup is good. And Navi having herself a game, coming off a big performance on Tuesday night, and she's right back at it tonight.
Yeah, definitely a very impressive player. Plays bigger than her size.
Blanche. And the rebound to Gaddy. And the outlet to El Dior. And she's going to fire up a three. That one is short. Rebound. Turpin gets her own rebound again. Back up and scores off glass.
Absolutely relentless on the boards. Her first one didn't go down. She stayed with it and went up strong.
Final 2 minutes here of quarter number 3.
Even her ball pressure. Oh.
Turpin called for the foul. It's a good move. Good spin move by Blanche.
She did a really good job of handling that pressure and going up strong. And hopefully she can get going from the line.
So Glucci, number 10, is checked in there. You see the foul from behind that they call on Turpin. And Blanche at the line, shooting 2 shots. Blanche, just a 9th grader. Some of these young ladies getting so much experience at a young age, you know?
Yeah.
Getting in all varsity experience.
Even this game, too. This game will help prepare Holy Names for the years to come. Crusaders had a really successful year last year, and they returned everyone. Holy Names is looking to do the same thing, try to create something this year. But a team like they're facing in the Crusaders is a really tough opponent for them, and they can hopefully take some keys away and look to improve for their next opponents.
Coach Giglio calls for a full time out here. A reminder, the Siena men's basketball team that coming off a very nice win, especially in the second half. They rolled to a win over Sacred Heart last night, and that game was Thursday night, and that was a win by Siena on their home court. They rolled in the second half, and that gets Jerry McNamara and Siena to 500 in the conference, so it was a big win for them. So you're kind of a Siena family.
Yes.
And yet you wear the purple and gold.
Yes.
So
I'll still root for Siena, especially their men's side.
Sure.
Obviously, with the history that I have with that program.
Yeah, well, your father, I told you, had a great career there and played under the legendary Mike Dean back in the day, and played at the Ark in Loudonville, and there was something to be said about a home game at the Ark in Loudonville. And I know everyone loves going downtown, and it's been phenomenal, but there were days when that Ark was rocking. And if Tommy's listening, he knows exactly
I've heard a few stories.
what I'm talking about there. I remember those days. And the measles year and the trip to the NCAA tournament.
I remember hearing that story, too.
Well, that was the year Siena was put on the map. And that put Siena men's basketball on the map with that win. Beat Stanford in the first round in Greensboro, North Carolina. Mark Showbiz Brown.
Yeah, back when they wore really short shorts.
Yes, they did. Nice job there by Maggie Volmer on the inside, and that's an and one for Maggie.
Really good job just finding her. Good pass off the pick and roll. She went up strong and got the and one.
Brewer, nice feed. And Vollmer with the finish and completes the three-point play by making her foul shots. As we go late stages here, final minute and change of quarter number 3. And it looks like they're back in a 2-3 zone.
Good deflection.
And we got a walking violation called against Catholic Central.
Let's see how Holy Names ends out this quarter. Definitely with an and one defensive stop. Let's see what momentum they have going into this possession.
Blanche gonna shoot a 3 on its way.
Good
Little
pass.
too strong.
Good
Nice
pass.
job by Brewer. Pass shot, you know. I tell you what, though, that's good anticipation on the rebound by Morgan Brewer, who I've been impressed with tonight.
Yeah. Holy Names now in a zone. Trying to just slow down Holy Name or the Crusaders' offensive pace.
And the possession will stay with Catholic Central.
Yeah. Did a good job, force an outside shot.
Savoca and Vollmer come out. Samantha Malorgio checks in, an 11th grader. Both teams should be able to get everybody in this one as Foglia hits a 10-footer on the baseline.
Foglia has been really impressive. She's scored on all 3 levels of the floor. She obviously is a really great shooter, but right there she showed composure, did a little shot fake, and just set her feet and hit the mid-range jump shot.
And Dobert off the steal. Scores pretty much at the buzzer to end the third quarter of play as Catholic Central on their way here to staying perfect in the Colonial Council on this season. We are through 3 quarters. We'll come back with the 4th coming up on WNYA My 4 in our high school basketball game of the week on this Friday night. And welcome back, Roger Weiland, Megan Herder, my partner tonight, doing a fantastic job. Meg, how's it feel to be on doing a live broadcast play-by-play of high school girls basketball?
It's not as bad as I thought it would be. Definitely just, a little nervous in the beginning, but...
Meg, you're just talking basketball.
Yeah, exactly.
Which is what, you know
and I'm honestly just following your lead, which is pretty easy to do.
Well, thank you. I'll try to make it easy for you. And, and I was saying to you, and it's so true, like, we're carrying high school basketball. The amount of publicity that high school basketball players and high school football players, high school in general, for all the media outlets, all my colleagues at the other stations, newspapers, man, do they get a lot of coverage in the 518, don't they?
Yeah. It's honestly something that we might take for granted because we live in the area and we're just used to it. But I know my teammates, they've even said that they've never had as much coverage as we even do at the college level now. And I just remember in high school there was always a news reporter, someone just always interviewing after the game, constantly updating the scores, writing articles about.
And I think it prepares you, too, like how many interviews, and how old are you right now?
21.
21 years old. How many interviews have you done over the course of your career with TV cameras in your face, microphones in your face, or a newspaper reporter asking you questions that you have to answer after great wins, after tough losses, right?
More than I can even count.
Yeah.
And something, too, like my teammates who are freshmen, their first time ever being interviewed, they're kind of like, what do I say? Like, how do I approach this?
Right.
And definitely all the local girls that are on my team are kind of like, it's not that bad. Just talk how you want to, talk basketball.
And you know what I enjoy? I enjoy when I interview somebody who's young, like a Delbert, as Foglia puts up a three.
Good rebound.
Yeah, very good rebound. Rebound by Sagendorf there. So when I interview Delbert last year, so she's a sophomore, right? So 10th grader. So 9th grader, she makes our News Channel 13 All-Star team. We bring her to the studios. She's all nervous. I'm asking her questions. She's not sure, how she's going to answer and what she wants to do. And then here she is back in this year, and just a completely different interview with Delbert. And we went to their practice the other night, and I had the whole team around me in one of our live hits at 5:30. And who was the spokesperson? Delbert, right there, front and center, and did a great job.
Yeah, just helps build confidence, but even just like a sense of not as much nervousness when the cameras are around.
That was a bucket by Megan Paul, as both teams are obviously getting their entire bench into this game, which is what they should be doing.
And what you want to see, especially from the bench players who might not get as many minutes in closer games, get some experience.
Yep, and they work hard in practice every day.
Yeah.
They deserve it. Megan Paul with the bucket off the bench, a 5'6" senior for Catholic Central as we are underway here in the fourth quarter. Savoca, that looks on target, a little bit short. Good form. Gaddy hustling along with Volmer for the rebound. Last touch by Kari. And it'll stay on this side of the floor with Holy Names, Morgan Brewer.
Holy Names certainly isn't afraid to shoot it, which is honestly what you want to see, especially at this point in the game. Staying confident. Volmer is doing a really good job of staying on top of the boards and trying to get her hand on anything she can.
I asked Morgan Brewer at practice when she said Navy if she's been in touch with Loretas. And she said, oh, yeah. She said she used to work out with Loretas, so they know each other. And I hope it works out for Morgan. Nice young lady, good player.
Yeah, Marin's such a great person in general. Obviously a really good player, but she's something who's really easy to follow behind. She sets a tone. I've had the pleasure of working out with her in the off season, especially in my college career, high school, battling her. But it'll definitely be good to have her as an upperclassman and someone to kind of guide you through that, especially at Navy, who's it's very hard experience.
She's played well.
Yeah.
She's done very well.
Their team has done very well, Navy.
When were they? Were they at Siena or at UAlbany? I want to feel like they played in the Capital Region here.
They played at UAlbany last year.
Okay, that's why I knew
so
they were.
I played her right after Christmas, which was nice for obviously Marin's family to see her when she had a bunch of her relatives in attendance.
And I'll tell you what, her brother Jack Loretas,
sharpshooter,
really good at having a great season at Albany Academy.
Yeah.
And there is Morgan, long pass up ahead that is stolen by Gaddy. Couldn't quite get that over the reach of Gaddy, trying to get it to Savoca there on the fast break bucket.
Crusaders are just doing a really good job of just taking away any easy basket that Holy Names has. They're making them work for their shots. And Holy Name just needs to stay within their offense, continue to take open looks.
I do like the move to go zone. I think that has been somewhat effective by Catholic Central, and a foul.
Definitely just try to slow down their paint presence, their points in the paint. Try to force them to take outside shots and be prepared for those long rebounds on the misses.
Foul is on Murray, 32. And it will send Emma Sagendorf, the 5'9 junior for Catholic Central, to the line, shooting 2 shots. And she'll have one more here with 5:06 to go in the fourth. And again, next week, back to the boys' games. We'll be up in Saratoga. Shaker at Saratoga on Friday night at 7 o'clock. Savoca gets it right back. It's a lane to go through, and the layup is off the front of the iron. It's a nice give and go with Vollmer.
The one thing that you can hope is that Holy Names is obviously getting a lot of good looks, but hopefully their next game, they're lights out, making everything. Sometimes teams have these games where they just can't seem to put the ball in the basket.
Rodriguez off the mark from the left wing, and Brewer with another rebound, and she pushes up ahead. Malor Gio with the ball and the dribble. Savoca on its way, off the mark. Rebound on the weak side goes to Catholic Central. Sagendorf brings it across. And the inside bucket goes to Ava Ofler, a 6-foot junior, in the scoring column for Catholic Central.
Crusaders are just doing a really good job of breaking down Holy Name's defense, getting open looks, getting everyone involved in the offense.
I played high school basketball, and I didn't start. I came in whenever.
Mm-hmm.
But I know when I came in, if it was like similar game to this.
Crunch time?
If they're going to pass me the ball, I'm shooting it.
Yeah. You have nothing to lose.
Or I'm committing a foul. My name is getting in the book somehow, some way.
Exactly. I would approach it the same way.
Yep.
Speaking, if I'm going in the game, I'm going to go in the game and do something.
Right. Something's happening if you're putting me in.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially if you do not get that many opportunities, make it happen. We will talk with El Dior Nobert coming up in our post game. Thank you, Scotter. Good job by Lizzie Blanche pressuring the ball out front. Shot clock at 15. And off the miss, here's the push in transition, and getting back to getting a hand in there, knocking it away is Megan Paul.
More subs coming in for Holy Names.
That's why I have the whole roster in front of me.
That way we know every single person's name.
I always write everybody who's on the roster because you just never know. I always say to the coaches, how many are you going to play? How many guys, how many players will be in your rotation? Of course, you really never know.
You never do.
Depending on how the game goes.
Especially if you're a player who doesn't maybe see as many minutes, you never know how the game's going to go. You never know when your number might be called, where you need to step up and play more minutes than you normally do. These players can definitely build off this right here and just get some confidence going into their next few games.
So Morgan comes out. Baglucci is in. Riley Apicelli
good cut.
Has checked in. In fact, she has the ball right now, number 11. And Blanche into the lane. Puts the shot up. It's no good. Out of bounds off of Catholic Central. Holy Names ball. 2:47 to go in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, a little hidden fact. Got some family ties to Crusaders. My mom graduated there in '88.
Oh.
She didn't have the pleasure of playing basketball, but she did track and field.
Okay. So your mom did not play hoops.
No.
So she's the only one in the family
Yeah.
that did not play basketball.
She continues to learn a new fact every single time she watches us play. She's definitely gotten better since my high school days. She's always our positive encouragement. If say we have a bad game, my dad definitely was a little bit more harsh on her, and then my mom's always there, like, you did great, honey. Sometimes that's good to have.
Well, parents have to be supportive no matter what.
Yeah.
Although I coach CDBL, and I always yelled at my kid.
I don't want to say if my dad did that or not.
Poor Brady. Nice putback, and that is Apicelli, the 11th grader Riley, with a nice offensive board and a bucket.
That's what we like to
for
see, especially.
A&H.
Really good play right there.
Now both teams hustling, and an outside shot is up and good by Kelsey Campbell.
I'm intrigued to see how many players on the Crusaders have scored on their team, especially from their bench play.
I know they have 4 in double figures tonight. We'll get to some final stats when the game is over. That foul is on Megan Paul.
I think we're just waiting on 3 people to score for the Crusaders, if I'm correct.
Well, that foul is the 5th team foul on Catholic Central, so it will be some foul shots for Viglucci, who had 22 points earlier in the year against Lansingburg, sophomore.
Good rebound.
Steve Giglio's got quite the win-loss record over the many years in 19, I'll tell you that. And that is a 3 by Megan Paul from Catholic Central.
Great name.
In the final 110. You like that first name, don't you?
I do. It also just shows how deep Catholic High is. You might think that if their bench play comes in that there will be a break in the level of play. Everyone who's gone into the game has stayed with the same level of intensity. They've run the same exact offense how you want to. Everyone's getting good looks. They're running back on defense, pressuring on defense. That just shows how good of a coach Coach DeBacco is.
Blanche, nice move with the left hand and a rebound to Apicelli, and they keep possession here in the final 30 seconds. Some transition basket, and it's good. And that is Campbell again for Catholic Central. Made the outside shot, and that time she scores in transition, draws the foul. And Kelsey with a chance for a 3-point play.
Catholic High certainly is relentless. There's no stopping them.
Yeah, I think they're going to be a very difficult out again this year.
Yes.
I'm not predicting that they're winning a state championship, but they are going to be a very tough out from what I've seen.
Yeah, very impressed with how they're playing tonight. Even aside from the score, just how they're playing, how they're getting their shots, their defensive intensity.
And a foul on Ofler, and that's a good drive by Viglucci. And she earns herself 2 shots with a few seconds left in this game. Viglucci got 2 of them there, makes both foul shots. And with 6 seconds to go, they can just dribble out the clock and the game. And Catholic Central stays perfect in the Colonial. And Holy Names picks up their 2nd loss in the Colonial Council, but a really strong performance from start to finish by the Crusaders of Catholic Central and Audra DeBacco.
They completely dictated the tempo of the game. They did exactly what they want to do. Push in transition, pressure defense, get everyone involved, get inside-out looks.
And Eldior Dober is our player of the game. She had 19 points in their win. And when we come back, we will talk to the sophomore point guard on our Game of the Week post-game show on WNYA My Fourth. And we are back at Riverside Center in Mechanicville, the home of the Crusaders of Catholic Central. And they got the win tonight in a Colonial Council matchup over Academy of the Holy Names. Our player of the game is El Dior Dobert, Roger Weiland, Megan Herder, and our number one pick this year on our News Channel 13 All-Star basketball team. What's your take on tonight? You actually started fast, you finished fast. A complete game, El Dior. What were your thoughts on this win?
Keeping the same energy and the same pace as the Academy game. We started off hot, and we just carried that same energy we had Tuesday onto this game.
My biggest thing is you're the only 10th grader on the team. What kind of leadership do you bring in, especially this being your 4th year on varsity?
Just being the facilitator on the court, main point guard, getting everybody in the positions and running through the plays and through our sets and being successful while doing them.
El Dior, how hard have you worked on that outside shot? Because you got a lot of guys that can make players that can make the three. Mm-hmm. How hard have you worked on your outside shot this offseason?
I think that was my biggest flaw in the previous season. So this summer I worked on it the whole summer, and just critiquing my shot and the way I follow the ball.
What do you think is your team's best offense in the half court and transition, and what do you like to play the most?
I think we're a better team in transition because we work on transition drills in practice when everybody's in their same spots and running up and down the court. So I think we're good at that.
What are your expectations the rest of the way here, El Dior? I know it's still early on, but I'm sure you want to get back and maybe make another run to the state championship.
Yes, I think after Tuesday's game, our energy is high, and I think we should carry that on through the whole season.
Good luck to you, and congratulations on an outstanding game.
Thank you, sir.
You got it. We'll talk to you soon. Thank you. That's El Dior Dobert with us. She had 19 points in this game, one of 4 players in double figures. Here's the upcoming schedule. We're back on the boys' side next week. Shaker at Saratoga, and then CBA at Niskayuna boys game. And then on February the 7th, at the girls game, Bethlehem at Shenendehowa. And then we wrap things up with Shen at CBA on the boys' side on February 13th. Megan Herder, you have a future in the broadcasting business. Outstanding job tonight.
Thank you so much. It was a lot of fun.
Let's do it again, and have a great
Definitely
rest of your season at U Albany, a team that can make a run to the NCAA tournament. All right, we will put the wraps on it here from Mechanicville and Catholic Central with an impressive win over Holy Names. Good night, everybody.